Hello and welcome back to the Feline's Abode. But yeah, maybe not. Welcome back to the Lion's Den. I'm your host Matt, as always, and today has been absolutely ridiculous for trying to record this podcast. Absolutely ridiculous. I recorded it earlier today and was listening back and editing it and just really did not like it. Really did not like it. So I've made notes based on what I said and I've tried to find a quiet place to sit down and record. So we will see what happens. So let's start off with the first thing that's annoying me currently. I'm just complaining. How we label the seasons is a weird thing to get annoyed about, but I do. That's all I can say. So the problem is, currently it's November, and technically that means we're still in autumn, which is stupid because it's cold. It is so cold, and you associate cold with winter, right? Autumn is kind of like 10 degrees, low teens, maybe high 10s, 8, 7 degrees. And then when it's like almost freezing, if not freezing and below, that's winter, right? But apparently winter doesn't start till December, which is just wildly confusing to my brain. And the problem is you then got the opposite issue that winter ends in February. So the minute it's March, now it's spring. In February, it's pretty cold sometimes, and we've had late snow, so we've had snow in February. That's wild to me when we've had snow in February. But why can't February time be, spring? Why does spring have to be warm or getting warmer? Why can't we just say that it's cold and it's still spring, The leaves are coming back, the flowers are blooming, all of that fun stuff. Many a conversation has been kind of, oh, it's really cold, but, well, it's winter, so it's gonna be cold. And then they're like, oh, but it's not winter, it's November, so it's still autumn. And it's like, ugh, you're just being pedantic at this point. So the thing is that we're heading into winter, and that means that right around the corner is Christmas. The wonderful time of year that everybody either absolutely hates or absolutely loves. And I'm certainly in the camp of people who love it. I love the holiday. It's my favourite holiday personally. I mean, there's so few holidays that we actually celebrate here, or at least that we celebrate. We have Easter, Halloween, although Halloween's not really a big thing anymore. And winter time is when we get Christmas. Now, I love Christmas mainly because of the concept of it. I love the sort of atmosphere and things that come out of it, so like festive drinks and the wonderful food that everyone ends up making, the fact that you can like gather around with friends and stuff. That's really cool. But I suppose one thing that a lot of people consider is it's winter, it's Christmas, it's the time to start giving gifts to people. And that leads to an interesting thing called Secret Santa. Now, if you're not familiar with the concept of Secret Santa, well, it's very simple. There is a group of people that you are a part of, and everybody gets randomly assigned a name of one of the other people in the group, and you have to buy them some form of present for Christmas. Now, generally there's a spending limit, so for us it's £5, and it's supposed to just be something kind of fun, side of jokey, not super seriously, because you can't really buy anything particularly of value for £5, so, you pick your battles. I'm a new member of staff though. That's the interesting thing in my job. So I don't really know people all particularly too well, so I was a little bit kind of apprehensive, thinking, who will I get? Will I have any idea who they are? And the thing is, there's 5 different teams, and people from all of the 5 different teams can sign up for the Secret Santa. So if it's someone from a part of the hub that I have absolutely no idea who they are, could be really bad. But the person I've got, I at least know. That's one thing. The second thing is, they set up a group chat where everybody put down a little bit about themselves and a little bit about things that they like and enjoy, and that's such a good idea. Such a good idea. Essentially, it means that you can just kind of look at what messages they've sent in that group and then go, yeah, I can buy you some socks, or I can buy you, guitar picks. That would be a good thing for me. Mainly just because I play guitar. I then went and found the messages that the person who I've got has been sending and just kind of collated some ideas and then found a perfect gift based on what they said for exactly £5. So solid. I'm sorted. And I put it in a nice little red Rudolph gift bag. So that's nice, and I've sealed it up so you can't see exactly what's inside. And it also means I don't have to bother trying to wrap something, which is really hard. And yeah, I'll just have to make sure that I take it in before the event and leave it in the office so that the person can then pick it up when they are in the office. Because I'm in 2 days a week. Well, everyone's either in 2 days a week or they can request to be in more days a week, but most people are only in 2 days a week, so gotta make sure I get it in so that everyone can have the item and all that fun stuff. With it now obviously being actually winter in 3 days, see previous point about the seasons, it's cold, right? So you're gonna want to be layering up and making sure you're not absolutely freezing when you're outside, unless you live in places like Australia where it's actually their summer, so it's getting hotter, so less layers are probably better. But that's down to your discretion. One of the really useful things is thermal underwear. Ooh, wonderful name. And essentially it's just a long sleeve top or a pair of trousers that are made of a very thermally insulating material, and you can put them under your clothing and they add extra warmth when you are outside. And that's such a good idea. So genius that I'm surprised we haven't had them for centuries at this point. We might have had something akin to this centuries ago. I don't know. I'm not a historian. But they're super comfortable. That's the weird thing. They're very comfortable and they're great for camping as well. I've worn thermals when I go camping because, it gets really cold at night. So you can actually just sleep in thermal underwear with your clothes on or your pajamas on. That's really good. Highly recommend that. But I also use it as a bit of a gym hack. So currently, when I go to the gym, I just kind of want to get there, get out of my car, go around the gym, and then go home. I get changed at home, I have a shower at home, do all of that fun stuff. The problem is when it's really cold, there is a portion of time when I'm out walking in the cold, frigid air. And a sports top and shorts are not the most ideal set of clothes for when you're out walking around. What I can do, provided it's not leg day, I can just wear thermal underwear under my shorts, and boom, I'm now not cold. The reason I say provided it's not leg day is because I will just walk straight into the gym wearing shorts over top of the thermal leggings, and they kind of look like compression leggings, so I don't look entirely out of place. And obviously, your upper half's easy. You just wear jackets and coats to add layers, and then you can take them off. It's the bottom half that's the more complicated thing with keeping warm. So if any of you have the exact same problem with going to the gym as I do, there's your solution, or there's at least a solution. So make of that what you will. Right. Speaking of wintertime activities, obviously I mentioned Christmas and Secret Santa. I also went to a small event yesterday run by a local organization that does a lot of Nintendo stuff, and essentially they put on a little event in a local board game cafe, which is really cool. Never been to one of them before, but it's a really nice place. A little overpriced with the food and drinks, but I mean, that's most cafes, to be honest. So they had a few activities. One of them was a Mario Kart tournament, which I did not partake in because, oh my, I am awful with Mario Kart. They then put Smash Bros on afterwards, which I'm also not great at, especially in a 8-player free-for-all, but it's a bit of a fun for 20 odd minutes. And I have a really weird control scheme, but couldn't be bothered to set it up, especially because they had the max number of name tags, which I didn't even know was a thing, so I couldn't have even set up my own name had I want to. That's beside the point. The thing I mainly went there for, to be perfectly honest, was they had a Christmas bauble making section that was Pokemon themed. So what they did is they bought these little packets of small figurines that were maybe like an inch and a half in height of various different Pokemon. And then they had clear baubles that were 2 pieces, so you slot them together. And then what you do is you just cram them full of things you want. So I had a Weasel, because that was like the one Pokemon in the pack that I really liked the look of. And then had a little plastic tree that I put sort of near him. I then added some fake snow and some little like jingly belt things, and I put some snowflake stickers throughout the inside of the dome on the inside so that you can't feel them on the outside, and like they won't come off or anything, but they're there and you can see them, and it looks really cool, really neat, and I'm very proud of it. I'm like a proud dad making arts and crafts things, and I'll put a picture on right now on screen if I remember to edit it in and get it off my phone. And yeah, that was really enjoyable, and I'm glad I can do those kind of things now because I can just get a bus and go out when I want to. So if you can find those things in your local area and do those fun sort of activities, I highly recommend it, and it's a great way to just kind of meet like-minded people in things that you enjoy. So yeah, well, I hope you've enjoyed this specifically, listening to me talk about absolutely nothing, and I hope this actually ends up being the episode that I put out. So I hope you're doing well, I hope you stay safe, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.